I believe that public education in America can be transformed through physical activity and healthy eating. I believe we can reverse the obesity epidemic, and I believe we all have a role to play. As a child, I struggled in school. I struggled to sit still and follow directions. I can remember having a book in the principal's office, ready to go for my frequent visits. I can remember my teachers saying things like, "Cyrus is a bright boy, but I wish he could sit still and focus." As a young adult, I discovered sports and their value in helping me stay focused. I learned to sit still and think about how I was doing. I learned to do push-ups and jumping jacks in between homework problems. I learned to go for a run before class. I learned not to stay up all night drinking Mountain Dew, cramming for a test, but rather to get a good night's sleep and a healthy meal. I learned to show up for a job interview at least 20 minutes early so that I could walk around beforehand. And I took all these things into the classroom by encouraging healthy snacks, by allowing students to stand in the back of the room, by helping to start a running club, by allowing fidgets for kids to use in their hands during class, and making sure not to take away recess from those kids that needed it most. And in every school that I've ever been in, there's always been pockets of teacher champions, teachers and people who understood the value of physical activity and healthy eating and the impact it had on performance. But I had never seen a systemic approach for every child, every day. And around this time, I read a book called Spark by Dr. Rady, and I realized that what I had intuitively known was actually backed by 20 years of brain research. And something amazing happened. The opportunity to start a public school from scratch. An opportunity to work with a dedicated group of staff and teachers. An opportunity to engage a community to really understand what they wanted for their children, what they wanted in their public school. An opportunity to work for a district that supported innovation and demanded excellence. And I'm going to show here a video about Red Hawk in just a minute. But I do want to go ahead and introduce a student named Zach. And Zach went to a different school. He went to a school in kindergarten and first grade, and like me, he struggled to sit still and began to dislike school. And he's now been at Red Hawk. He's a fourth grader. And he loves school, and he does a terrific job, and he's growing and very successful. And I want you to be thinking about Zach when you see the results of what we've been able to accomplish.
Erie, Colorado. Nestled in the shadows of the Rocky Mountains, home to Red Hawk Elementary. Principal Cyrus Weinberger has instituted a bold idea that would involve every single student at Red Hawk. It's called the All-School Movement Program.
Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear.
It's a systematic program that's built into the schedule. It's built into the culture of the school, and so that at critical moments throughout the day, we interject rigorous activity right before our hardest academic activities.
It looks different each day. There's a 4-day rotation, and with Fridays of being all-school movement, and you'll see activity in the mornings where kids are walking around the school doing the Red Hawk Walk. You'll see teachers leading movement in their classrooms.
We integrate 30 to 40 minutes of rigorous activity daily into the classroom in addition to PE and recess. Classroom teachers have gotten very creative about using technology in terms of the internet, either YouTube or Adventure Fitness.
Gummy bear.
And the Red Hawk Walk is a fast power walk through the upper level.
9 laps around the school is equal to a mile. Students collect popsicle sticks and keep track of how many laps that they've been able to do.
And on Fridays, everyone comes together for all-school movement. Students, teachers, parents, even the cafeteria staff get into the action. PE teacher Tanya Ahrens leads the way.
We all get together and we just move and we get active and we, really just get excited about the day. Everyone has to work together to make it work. So it's pretty amazing what takes place with All School Movement.
For Red Hawk parents, amazing only begins to describe what the program provides.
Different grades having the opportunity to lead the movement, so they each get to build on those skills as far as being in front of a large group of people and their peers. That's invaluable.
You definitely want this at your school. It helps all around. Physically, everyone feels better, but also mentally, the kids are more ready to learn and better focused.
And the students agree.
It makes me feel energized and ready to go for school.
I like the music a lot. It just motivates me.
At Red Hawk, everyone's moving forward and no one's looking back.
Go Red Hawk!
So in an era of high-stakes testing, of budget cuts, of all the litany of other challenges that our schools face, the inclination has been to take away things like recess, to reduce programs like art, music, and PE, all under the premise that more time and seats will increase performance. Yet, this runs contrary to all the brain research that's gone on for the last 20 years and common sense. The truth is, fit students do better in school and live happier, healthy lives. Physical activity and healthy eating create all the things that we want to see in our students. There's a direct correlation between fitness levels and performance. California does 1 million fitness grams every year and has done so for over a decade. There's a direct correlation between physical activity and brain development, the growth of dendrites, the production of neurotransmitters like melatonin, serotonin, dopamine, BDNF, what Dr. Rady calls miracle grow for the brain, attention, focus, attendance, retention of information, everything that we would like for our students. There's absolutely no reason why we can't have this in all of our schools. There is no substitute for rigorous academic instruction, but when it's coupled with physical activity and healthy eating, the results can be absolutely phenomenal. I just want to go through a few of our results from Red Hawk. So the state of Colorado measures growth in terms of how much growth each student has made each year, as well as growth gaps, and we scored 91.7%. In terms of our math growth scores, we were in the 70th percentile, which is 50 is the state average, so anything above 60 is considered exceeds, and 62 in the growth percentile for writing. One of the things that we're most proud of is in a district of 29,000 students and 56 schools, we were the only school in the district to improve on 100% of the state tests, so in every grade level, in every subject, every category. And this carries over into our achievement as well, in terms of our overall grade from the state. If you look at our third graders, they did tremendously well. And if you look at the numbers of advanced students in mathematics, those are also impressive. But it goes beyond that. It goes into the culture and the fabric of our school and why kids are excited to come to school. So when you look, we surveyed our students, 95% of our 3rd through 5th graders looked forward to coming to school every day, or 94%. 95% of our 3rd through 5th graders reported they liked their teacher, and 87% looked forward to coming to school. Those are the things that really matter. Parents also really demonstrate support for our school, and this program has been fantastic in involving them and getting them to be a part of our community. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Well, our school doesn't look like that, or we don't have the budget. Well, the fact of the matter is that the Red Hawk Movement program, or something like it, can be implemented for little or no cost. The activities can be done in any building, whether it's brand new or 100 years old. For example, Lyons Elementary was recently displaced by the floods and had to move into a smaller building with a very little playground, and they were able to implement a movement program successfully. There are schools in the Just Move Coalition in New York City and places like Harlem and Washington Heights that have been very successful in bringing in movement programs. And all of these things are done with things like popsicle sticks, jump ropes, cones, stuff that doesn't cost a whole lot of money. So I want to leave you with this thought. I believe that education in America can be transformed through physical activity and healthy eating. If you're a parent, have some fun with your child. Encourage them to move. Get outside. Talk to their classroom teacher. Talk to their principal. If you're a teacher, bring movement into the classroom. Try it before some of your hardest subjects. You'll see it makes a difference. Talk to your principal. Talk to your parents. If you're a superintendent or a principal, make sure that your policies align with allowing physical activity and healthy eating. And above all, have some fun. Get out there, get your body moving, and your brains ready to learn. Thank you.